Hi, I'm Lissa Weinstein. I'm a real estate broker in Chicago's luxury market. Today on Private Tour, I'm going to show you one of my favorite 2 blocks in Chicago in Lincoln Park. This is Clifton Street, and from 2000 to about 2200 North, it is just idyllic. It's really quite beautiful. This is a typical garden that you're going to see over here. You can see the white hydrangeas, and this is an old vintage property. There's 2 doors here, so probably at one time this was an apartment building, but they made it into a single-family home, and look at these really gorgeous lush gardens. This is pretty much typical of what you're going to see on Clifton Street. And then next door is this Melrose Partners home. It's all limestone, a very classical look, a very traditional home. Actually, it's about 6,000 square feet, but it only has 4 bedrooms, so you know those bedrooms are going to be really huge inside. The thing that really stands out to me on all these homes on Clifton is the amount of care the homeowners take, especially with their gardens. The gardens are amazing. They kind of remind me of English gardens, and every detail is in place. Sometimes the garden is very immaculate, like a gardener came in, and then other times they're overgrown, but beautifully overgrown, like wildly overgrown, as if it was still manicured in some way, but they wanted it to look just lush and wild. Details such as even the mailbox is perfect. The plantings right near the door are elegant. So this is another home I really love on Clifton. It's a newer home. It's probably built in the last 10 years is my guess, but the owners, or actually the builder, decided to make this almost like a period reproduction piece. It looks classical, it looks vintage, it really looks like it was built around the turn of the century. I mean, it's almost like a perfect reproduction, and it's just gorgeous. So I happen to be in the backyard of one of these beautiful homes on the 2100 block of Clifton right now. This is a vintage home. It was built probably around the turn of the century. And you can see this is the back of the house, and they have this huge terrace in back and this beautiful garage behind me with really kind of neat barn doors that open up. And what they've done is they've put slate and tile down here, and then they've done all this beautiful planting. And one of the things that's so incredible about this home is that they have this amazing honeysuckle tree, and it's covered with ivy. It just looks like almost a piece of artwork or a huge topiary right in the middle of their backyard. So I'm at 2127 North Clifton right now, and this is actually one of the favorite homes I have on the block. It was built about 4 years ago, and it's all, you can see the gorgeous limestone. And I saw this home when it was on the market. Inside it's really spectacular. Christopher Peacock and Saks and Waterworks. Really light-filled. The owner-architect of this home really only builds 1 home per year, and each one, he takes a whole year to build a home, so they're always really sophisticated inside. Very charming. So this house is really beautiful on Clifton. I love the tan-colored brick with the limestone decoration, and also the black paint at the top on the trim. Really very striking looking. So this is another thing that makes Clifton so special. People take the time to put in fantastic fences here. This is actually a wrought iron fence. The architect is John Elias. It's from European Ornamental Ironworks Inc. And over here you can see the top part of this is like a garden. They look like flowers to me. And then below they're fish. So maybe it's the ocean, I'm not sure, with lily pads on top. But even look over here, they did this beautiful job with the garden pots. And then the house itself is really lovely. It's an old period gray stone. It's covered with ivy. They did a really nice job of landscaping here too. So here's a new construction home coming soon. This is a custom home on Clifton. And even though this house is very modern, what I like about it is that it's also unique. So they didn't do a boring home, but because it is very unique, it's extremely distinctive, and therefore it really fits in with the character of the street. So another thing I love on Clifton is when you see these beautiful ivy-covered buildings like this one here. It's really just very stately and elegant. This is another really typical vintage home on Clifton where they've really done a lot of care to the facade. It's beautifully painted, and then it also has a really charming garden. So to me, this home really wins the award for the best garden on Clifton. It's just gorgeous. They've done this beautiful job of landscaping here. There's a 50-foot wide lot. In the front they have a little child's bench, an adult bench, and then back behind this wrought iron fence they have a beautiful side lot. There's actually a fountain. I can hear the water from here. And then way in the back you can see they actually have a garage. So this is what you get with a 50-foot lot on Clifton.